Hello everyone, Sim Update 4 has been released for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and with it is the Boom XB-1, which is available for free for everyone. And it is the test bed for the Boom Overture. The Boom Overture is a supersonic airliner, or attempted supersonic airliner. Barely supersonic though, judging from the Boom XB-1, which only went Mach 1.1. So maybe it's gonna go faster, but right now the plans are to just go barely supersonic. I don't know if that's a great thing or not, but we've got this to play around with, so that at least there is. And the GPU door. And so, oh, no, I don't want to talk to anyone. So we've got the ground power unit. I think that's just the instruments again. The instrument covers, which we already took off. Wheel chocks will all go off at the same time, and engine covers will go off at the same time. Okay, and then we should be set out here, except eventually I'll have to unplug that GPU. Oh, is that a... No, that's not a thing. That's just how it is. Okay, so there are 3 engines. These are J85 engines. They're the same as from the T38 or F5, so those have 2 of them. This has 3 of them. And they are afterburning. And you would have to make sure to press the afterburner button in order to activate that. Okay. Shift C. Alright, we're in here, and it does have the checklists. I've already done the before starting. If we've connected the external power. The power stuff is over here. So battery on. And then avionics to the landing, but oh, I went all the way to on. It's fine. The CAS messages are on, and then we have to select ENS page. Avionics we have on. The DAS switch is on receive or transmit, so let's do that. Okay, and then bingo set. Oh, we have to set a bingo. Yep, that one I don't know. We're gonna pass on that. Cabin altitude check. Is that the cabin altitude? And where would it show me? Okay, that one I don't know either. Barometer's down there. Okay, passing on that for now. Lights test. That's this here. Lights. Okay, we've got the lights. Annunciator panel test, that's this button here. That's fine. Okay, engine fire lights depress and undepress. Engine fire lights are these. Yep, okay. Yep, okay. And yep, okay. External power off to verify the battery. So we got temporarily unplug it. Go back in, see that there is a discharge current, disk. Yes, there is. Okay, plug it back in. Okay. And then it's 0. Alright. Flight controls clear. The backup hydraulic knob to auto. And then the pressure should go up. It's down there. And go up to between 2850 and 3150. That is fine. Low pressure light should go off. Well, we don't really have any lights except for the CAS thing. And... oh, maybe it was the light down there, but that's off too. Okay, and then so we can go on. Oh, and we were supposed to do that before reconnecting the external power, but it's fine. Okay, secondary one of this, we press and unpress, and then this one primary, we press and unpress. Canopy is down. Okay, at this point, we have to push the start button for the left engine. And we can see on the panel that there's a little bit of RPM, so things are happening, we can hear it start up. I've already got the throttles on idle, so It's naughty of me, but it'll work. Okay, just going through this generator light. Well, we haven't turned on the generator yet. Did it actually tell me to turn on the generator at any point? Well, anyway, this generator, I'm gonna reset and then let it flick to on. Left throttle, well, I'm just gonna set the throttle to 62%. It's reading a generator there. And on that, the light's off, so I guess it's okay. Well, battery switch off. We have to turn off the external power. Okay, well, external power. Off and closed. And we see no discharge now. So the generator is carrying it. I'll turn off the battery and check that the generator is carrying it. Seems that way. Nothing is turned off. Well, battery back on. Okay. Everything seems okay. So now we can push the center engine button. Oh, there's a battery discharge now. When the engine's starting up, that discharges. Well, that's not good. Maybe I need more throttle. Still says gen off on that front panel. Electric is sort of flashing. I think I should have just kept the external power on, frankly. It's all fluctuating quite a lot when the engine starts. Maybe I should have kept this off. Maybe that would be helpful. Let's see. Right engine start. No, there's still a battery discharge. Well, I'll set the fuel transfer to auto there. That'll solve one problem. Okay, well now the discharge is not happening anymore. I don't know, it told me to disconnect the external power, so... But now external... maybe I had to reconnect the external power? Let's see, external power off. It never tells me to connect the external power again. See, the last thing it says on the external power is external power off here. Battery switch off, verify generator, and battery on, but at no point does it tell me to reconnect the external power in these. But then suddenly, before taxi, it has external power off again. So maybe I should have put on the external power again. Okay, I know I didn't put on the bingo fuel. I haven't assigned the bingo fuel. And I think for no takeoff, the main thing is to retrim to takeoff trim, which is the green dot on the trim thing. It's pretty high trim, if that's what I'm supposed to do, but it seems like that message goes away when I do it. So 11.3 degrees. We've got the dampers here, and those can be on auto. Okay, so we've got that. And then we should pressurize the cabin and have airflow on. There's still a yellow CAS caution light. There's a caution light up there. I don't know, and I can't clear that caution. Fuel transfer knobs auto. Airflow switch should be RAM. There are a few other checks, but I'm just gonna go to the OBR page. Those are just for the autopilot and nose wheel steering. Well, there is a yellow CAS message. Hopefully it's not important. Verify auto. Okay, well, backup hydraulic pump auto, anti-skid is on auto, and fuel transfer is on auto. Okay. Let's try it out. Okay, well, I'll take this spot on the runway. I think it'll be fine. Well, that's a big red spot on that map there. Probably a bad thing. I'm close to Beale Air Force Base, so maybe that red spot is them telling me they're gonna attack me. Alright, let's go. But I don't know what the yellow caution is. Whoa, whoa, okay, it's tight wheelbase. It's very skittish. Okay, up we go. Gear up. It's got a good climb rate. Oh, it says stall there. Well, 170, it took off pretty well without stalling. Alright, up we go. Seems like a thing with 3 engines. It's definitely got one extra engine here. It's still got a caution, but everything else seems to be working. Probably it's because I didn't set the bingo fuel or the pressure, altitude, or anything. Well, I'm gonna try and go over to Nevada. Okay, bingo. .0. Well, it's pretty low, but I'll take it. Well, that didn't clear the bingo thing. Fine, 5.0. Is that okay? Still says I haven't entered a bingo, so whatever. Well, it looks cool. It's pretty smooth so far. Oh, I see the cabin altitude 1,400 there. I don't see any way of setting it though right now. Fuel I can set like that. The one downside to this plane is it doesn't have a very good view out the window. I mean, the cockpit, you're just not going to get a very good angle out the window. Maybe if you lean a bit with Track IR or VR or something like that. It's a very small cockpit overall. In fact, because it's such a bad view, they've given them a window here to look out of, because otherwise the view of the ground is so bad. Well, it sure seems like I'm headed to Lake Tahoe, so that's good. But can I break Mach 1 before I get there? The Sierra Nevada mountains. There's Lake Tahoe. So far I have not used the afterburner. Right, we still have that. But I don't expect it to last very long with the afterburner on, considering I'm out of the forward, bottom, and aft fuel, and I'm just on the mid and main. But the mid and main are the big tanks. So, but still. Must be cautious. The rated range for this is 1,000 nautical miles. So, about 2 hours. Still at about this height, I think we need to go. So afterburner on. Okay, and it shows on that indicator, the A/B indicator, that we have the afterburner on. And we're certainly accelerating. I'll trim up a bit. And it is lit. It is climbing quite a lot now. But I want to actually break Mach 1. Oh, and we've got transonic drag. Proper transonic drag too. Mach 1. It actually should be pretty good with the transonic drag, not getting too affected by it because of its very pointy shape. This is a technical term. I could come up with a better technical term for that. Mach 1.1. Alright, Lake Tahoe. Seems reasonably small from this height. Could do with more detail on the mountains, frankly. Mach 1.2. I'll try and push it. We'll see how it goes. Mach 1.3 at 38,000 feet. I'll try climbing higher, which will make it easier to go faster. 41,000 feet, Mach 1.37, still accelerating. Mach 1.4 and nearly level. Now, it was supposed to go to Mach 2, but they never did bring it to Mach 2, and I think it's no longer gonna fly. It made 2 flights. And it was just tested to Mach 1.1. Well, crossing Nevada now. I was planning on landing at Reno, but we haven't reached our top speed yet. I was thinking maybe they made the top speed Mach 1.1, but it seems like it can go faster. So we might as well keep going. Scenery doesn't seem to be keeping up very well. Oh, we just got a sort of bit of lift there. Eventually I'll run out of fuel. Okay, well, it's slowing down too much because of that climb. Let's try 45,000 feet. Fuel low, yeah. It is. We're on the main tank. I'm trying to see if I can get to Mach 1.5 at least. It's Mach 1.48. Tantalizingly close. Mach 1.49. Ground speed 844 right now. 844 knots. 1.5. Mach 1.5. I'm reasonably level right now. I'm actually going up a little bit. I'm pretty convinced that this is as fast as it'll go here. I'll let it try and creep up, but even the little amount of climb that we're doing is driving the indicated airspeed down. So I don't think it's going much more than Mach 1.5 here. I'll take it. I'll take Mach 1.5. It's more than I was expecting. I don't think it's gonna turn great at this speed, but let's find out. Well, at least it's a stable turn right now, but it's not quick. Can it get to Las Vegas? Seems like I should try for Las Vegas. This seems like a Las Vegas kind of plane somehow. Well, we're mostly headed towards Las Vegas right now. Will we make it? I don't know. We've got 1 unit of fuel, whatever that is, 1,000 pounds? Maybe 1,000 pounds. I don't know what. And the fuel flow is 7.5 altogether. Wow. Okay, it's acting weird right now. But at least we're at a high altitude. Worst comes to worst, I'll find out how it glides. It seems relatively quiet. Its boom is actually less of a boom than some of the other planes. You might remember. So it's quiet up front, of course, and then there's the sonic boom right when we hit the Mach cone. And it's a actually quieter boom, which is what it's supposed to be trying to do. It's not quite as quiet as the quiet supersonic thing that NASA is working on, but it's trying for that quietness. I don't know if it was really this quiet, and it was only supposed to be that quiet when it was going at Mach 1.1, not Mach 1.5. I think at Mach 1.5 it'd create more of a boom. I don't know how much unusable fuel there is in this thing. Possibly none. Possibly we can use all of it. We're gonna find out. We're at 0.4. Still about 130 nautical miles away from Las Vegas. There are airports closer by. I'm going to be flying right over the Nevada Test and Training Range and National Security Site. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. 47,000 feet. That's Nevada, all right. That's Nevada for sure. Well, if anybody gets this beyond Mach 1.5 in level flight, do tell me. It's possible that if we got to like 50,000 feet, it'd be better off, but I can only get it past Mach 1.5 diving or going down. Currently, given our height and our range from Las Vegas being about 90 nautical miles, a regular plane might be able to glide the distance, but this does have a very short wing. We still have 0.4 in the main tank, it says. Good fuel economy up here. Uh-oh. I think we just lost power. So it has a lot of unusable fuel. I'm trying to pump forward and... or maybe... well, we're gonna have to land around here somewhere. There's a blue dot there. Suppose we can get to that one. That is KINS, Indian Springs. Well, that is, yeah, 0.4, huh? Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. If we could have used that fuel, we could have probably gotten there. We were dropping like a rock, really. I don't even know at this point whether the landing gear would come down. Well, we glide a little bit better once we're below the transonic drag. That's good. We're dropping in. Where will we end up? And it's pretty wobbly sometimes. So it says generator off, so I guess we have discharge. We do have battery discharge. Now, the runway is at 3,000 feet, 3,111. And it's there. That's Indian Springs. I'm gonna come in from this direction, so I'm gonna try and kill some energy here. I don't want to go all the way around. Yeah, the way the forward view is very annoying at this point for landing. Okay, it's over there. I might have killed too much energy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know, can one of you engines start? It'd be nice. I'm not making it to that runway. We'll see what we can do. Oh! Avionics just reset. I'm gonna get less information pretty soon. Okay, let me check if the landing gear comes down. Well, landing gear comes down. So, okay. Oh, we've got some fuel flow. I don't know if it'll get me to the runway, or if this is a bad idea. Oh, I think they quit again. It was a spoof. I shouldn't have done that. Uh-oh, we're going slow. I shouldn't have tried to go for the runway. Oh! Okay, it was a hard landing. Landing gear malfunction, but it didn't black screen me, so that's nice. It's shuddering quite a lot. Like, it really wants me out of the plane as soon as possible. Alright, well, with me having ditched in the middle of Nevada, I think I have done the test flight, and yeah, Mach 1.5, 47,000 feet, and we nearly made it to Las Vegas, but I didn't account for the fact that there was so much unusable fuel. So that 0.4, we can't use it. Important piece of information. So, with that, thank you for watching. Wow, it's interesting. Okay, let's go from the outside view. With that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you next time.